If your goal is to get from ghostly pallor to English rose blushing cheeks, then this video is for you. Hi friends, hi, thank you for watching. My name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. Today I want to give you guys my recommendations for top 5 plus 1 blushes that work really well for pale skin tones. How do I know which blushes work well for pale skin tones? Clearly, I am well versed in the art of making up uncooked chicken. For reference, my undertone is cool neutral. Depending on undertone variations, some blushes may look better on you than they do on me and vice versa. But these are my recommendations for the best blushes that I found for a pale skin tone. This list is also going to be very European friendly because I live in Europe. So let's start with 2 local brands and 2 blushes. These are in no particular order. I find that Pupa Milano, both their baked formula and their matte formula, the classic ones in this packaging with the silver, which is a bit bulky. I find that almost all of the lighter shades or even the medium shades blend so beautiful on a pale or a fair skin tone. They are, I wouldn't call them sheer, but they're buildable. So you don't just go and put the brush on and just plop color on your cheek. No. These are so fine. It's like a veil of color on your cheeks, and if you want them to be more intense, then you can go more intense. This particular one is in shade 300 and it's in their Lumynis baked blush formula. But as I said, almost all of their blushes are of this type. Less so the limited edition ones. I find that they experiment with shades and finishes and pigmentation on the limited edition ones. So if you're in Europe and you're looking for something like this, try to go for their already existing range, not the limited edition collection. On the other end of the continent, we have Face Stockholm, which has a very impressive blush shade range. This in particular is called Devoted, and it is a very pretty pink shade, a very pretty innocent virginal maiden type of pink. It's a beautiful, youthful color that has a sheen, a luminescence without being sparkly, glittery, or overly duochromatic. It just makes me feel alive. So it doesn't match what I feel inside, but by God, it does make me feel like $1,000,000. I highly recommend this for people that have a skin tone similar to mine or thereabouts in undertone. But they do have the same kind of saturation, but leaning cooler, leaning warmer, leaning a bit more olive. So your mileage may vary with these, but they're really good. Let's go on a trip around the world. I find that a lot of Asian makeup in general, from Korea, from Japan, from China, their blushes are less pigmented than Western blushes, and so they work really well for those of us that are translucent, transparent, easily seen at night. A particular favorite of mine is the Peach Sea Peach Splash Blush. This is a very beautiful, true peachy tone without leaning too yellow, without leaning too peachy pink, without leaning too warm. This is a true peach and it's sheer but buildable. And again, it is very, very dummy proof because it's got such a fine formula that you're not just plopping color on your cheeks and then, you know, wax on, wax off, trying to just blend it out. Another Asian formula that I really like is the Etude House Cookie Blushers, and I have these in multiple shades. These are again one of those sheer buildable type of formulas. I find these are best applied with the little puff that comes here, but They also work really well with whichever blush brush that you use. I hate that sequence of words because I have to remind myself to like not confound them. Just an awful sequence of syllables. These come in a multitude of shades. They're all in this matte satin type of finish. So anyone with a different undertone with fair skin will be able to find something that suits them. Very, very pretty, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. Let's move on to the land of the brave. I have 6 blushes here, but I actually said 5 because it's a better title. I really do recommend the Fenty Beauty cream blushes, particularly the one in Petal Poppin'. It looks intimidating in the pan, that's true. It looks quite saturated, but this is so easy to blend. On my dry skin, it dries down okay. I don't feel it sticky. I don't feel it, you know, greasy on my face. I feel it a bit dewy and hydrating, but not in a way that moves things around. What I'm trying to say is that it does dry down. If you have a more oilier complexion, your mileage may vary. This shade in particular is again one of those youthful English rose, naturally flushed, no makeup type of shades. It's just a very beautiful color, very, very beautiful color. Last but not least, the Jouer Blush Duo in Adore Me. You've got 2 options here in this pink and this more neutral type of tone. I like to mix them, I like to use them individually. These are a bit more pigmented than what I've already shown, so these I take a bit more care with, but again, they're such beautifully crafted shades that you don't have to work a lot to blend them out. Especially this one, which is just a hint of something on the cheeks, a hint of dimension, a hint of flush. This is if you actually want to look more, you know, blushy. This one, absolutely seamless though, at least on my undertone. The only caveat that I have with these is that the packaging gets ruined very easily. This plasticky portion lifts. So what I would suggest you do is, if you want to get these, wait for a sale. Wait for a sale and buy these on discount so you don't curse Jouer and whoever thought of this packaging in the inevitable moment when it starts taking flight. Okay guys, this has been it. These have been my recommendations for blush for pale skin tones. If you have any recommendations in the comments down below, I would love to hear all about them. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to have a wonderful morning, evening, second breakfast, third lunch, or whatever it is you're from. Bye!